Here again, folks, Lindsey Huddleston, Sports Psychology Solutions. It doesn't stop over at Eastern High School for the Eastern Summer League. But I couldn't just come in here and talk to what Hall of Fame coaches and talk to players. You see a guy like Russell Byrd sitting on the sideline with his beautiful daughter on his lap. You got to grab him while you can before he's getting ready for Moneyball in a couple of days or getting to the weight room because he lives in the weight room. Russell, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man.
Good. I'm glad you came out. Yeah. What brings you out, as a matter of fact? What brings you out here?
I've been working with a kid from Portland. His name's Arjen Verks.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
He's been playing real well, and this is his senior season. And so last summer we put in a lot of work. Just kind of been working with him on the side while I, take care of myself.
You had stuff going on.
And we got right back to it. Once I got back, once my season was finished, and he's doing pretty well.
And we're going to talk about him. Say his name again.
Arjen Verks.
Arjen Verks. You're going to hear about him. We're going to make sure we look into him. Now, I think it's so cool that you're able to work with a young man all while you're still wrapping up your season. So tell people where you are, where you've been since 2014 with Michigan State basketball. I know you're far away. How about that? Tell people what's going on.
So I just got back from Newfoundland, which is way up there in the northeast part of Canada.
Wow.
And
not Ontario across the border.
No. It's a big old, they call it the Rock. It's a big old island.
Oh, wow.
Right above Nova Scotia.
Oh, wow.
And Canada basketball obviously has been growing.
Yeah, Canada, they got the reputation now.
Yeah, it was a huge deal for them.
So what was it like to be connected to that culture? I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're
connected to the Canadian culture, part of the Canadian family. So what is it like when you see the country you represent with your team win? What is that like?
First off, the stereotype is true. All Canadians are way nicer.
Really?
Than most anybody you'll ever
Anywhere
come in
you go,
contact with.
Okay, good to know. I'm going there in a couple of days too for my birthday to the falls. But go ahead.
It's a good group of people. But man, just to see the team I was with, it's their second year in existence within that league in Canada.
Oh wow!
And just to see the community.
With an expansion team almost.
Yes. Yep.
And what are they called again?
The Edge.
The Edge.
Yep.
That's right.
The St. John's Edge.
St. John's Edge.
And
that's right.
to see that community just embrace, Canada is all about hockey.
Absolutely.
But to see them embrace basketball, and then with the Raptors doing what they really have been doing the last 3 seasons, which they've been playing pretty well, it's just been building, and then to watch them go all the way, coupled with the growth of that league in Canada, kids, high school kids, middle school kids. It's they're giving hockey a run for their money for sure.
They really are when you got a country behind you. So I've been able to watch you on social media, been able to catch up with you at the Breslin practice. Always been a down-to-earth guy, and you get to know people. But I guess social media allows you to get to know people a little bit more because you see you're really about family, you know, and that's really cool. So what is it like at this point in your career to be a family man, playing professional ball, being able to give back to young people, the rising stars? So how do you feel right now?
Man, I just feel real content, to be quite honest with you. When it's funny, me and my wife were just talking about it a couple of days ago. When you're 20, 21, you have all these goals and aspirations. Not that you lose those goals and aspirations, but they just change.
They do.
And when you add family to the mix, got a wife, got 2 beautiful children, get to play the game I love, get to enjoy Michigan summers. Man, things are good right now, and obviously, whatever way me or my wife, I'm on daddy duty right now.
Right.
Wifey's at MSU women's camp. She's helping out there. Just to be able to come back and to be able to come back to Michigan State, that family and the culture is just great. I could just get to use the facilities.
Right. You got a little Draymond Green workout facility going on right here, right?
Yeah, that's all credit to Draymond and Marshall, Coach Marshall over there in the weight room, and EJ and. It's just a great place to be.
So when you talk about that, let's go a little deeper because so many would love to be in your position with all the great things you just named. But how important is it to find that contentment? Not complacency. We're not saying you're complacent. How important is it for a young athlete to find that contentment when there are so many other things you can be getting overly concerned about right now?
Man, if a young kid, if an 18-year-old kid can understand and like you said, find that contentment, that it's just, you don't expect an 18 to 21-year-old kid to understand that and desire, you kind of expect their minds to go elsewhere, especially at that age, as they mature. So, for me personally, I wish, there's, as you hear most men and women say, you wish, when you're 26 to 30, you wish you would have known what you did then when you were 18 to 21.
But you'd be dangerous. You'd be too dangerous. That's like being able to be invisible at a certain time. You just have too much knowledge at the time.
Right. It's almost impossible. So, that's where, get like things like giving back and really involving yourself in the community and just trying to, help young kids just be better than you were is something that's worth doing.
Sure. As you may have saw earlier, we had a Hall of Fame coach. Fox was in the building. He sat in the same seat and shared some things. And he and my good friend Tom Crawford, we had this imaginary game going on about if the NBA or whatever governing body put you on a committee to influence rules, change the rules, what's something that Russell Byrd would want to be made known and important about current youth basketball right now?
And I don't even... Is there a shot clock in Michigan?
That's the same thing they said. They talked about the shot clock too. They talked about the same thing.
I know for sure they don't have one in Indiana where I grew up playing.
Sure.
And it just drives me crazy. It's just there's a shot clock.
We got to implement the shot clock.
I feel like it's the most obvious next step. And honestly, with the game changing the way it has and the three ball becoming more important these last 10 years and becoming more of a thing. I know they moved the college line back, right?
Yes,
this year.
Yep,
you might as well just move the high. You might as well move the high school line back.
I'm going to join your committee. You know why? Because I was saying you're seeing this connection that NBA is pretty much influencing grassroots basketball right now down to the high school level. So why isn't there a direct connection between the NBA, if you will, and the high school piece? Because I look at these players, man. You look at you go to a camp and you will see, a high school player at a camp, but they're standing next to a collegiate player. They're one and the same. They're like how many years removed? How long ago when you were on at a high school game or whatnot? So that's really important. So along with changing the shot clock, as we get ready to sign off, and I appreciate you sitting down, what are some other things that the basketball community, basketball stakeholders, moms, dad, coaches, what can you share with them, along with young people that can be beneficial to the game going forward? Easy questions, right?
Oh man, there's so much. There's so much that comes to my mind. But I'll probably make a lot of kids mad. I'll make a lot of mom and dads happy.
Okay.
But it's just, when I was growing up, not that not every kid is raised the same way, comes from the same background. But I didn't have a PlayStation, Xbox. Not that those things are huge detriments, but I would just say encourage your kids just to not to make them feel guilty, but just to be real. Like and people always say you got to put the time in, but I literally lived, breathed basketball from the age of 15, through high school into college, and it was before school, after school.
Right.
Not that you can't have friends, but friends weren't my priority. Games on the console weren't my priority. So I don't know. I feel like, especially in this day and age with social media, with all the, the new stuff. What's that game that everybody?
Fortnite.
Just stuff like that. You gotta let your kids be kids, but man, don't let them fall into a rhythm, a wrong rhythm.
Right. That's good. And I think that success is based on sacrifice, and look at you now. You sacrificed and you found success as a professional basketball player, but you've also found success as a husband, as a father, as a community leader. And I always tell young people when I speak to them, how many people do you think I still hang out with from high school? And you can barely count.
It's true.
But during this time, they're so committed, ride or die, this is my boy, this is my girl, they're all into that. And you are a living example of just be committed to your craft, do what you say you're going to do, and the outcome is having a great family and great life. And not that we don't have our challenges, but I think you are a great representation of you do all the time. Anything else to share before we sign off?
No, I appreciate you having me though, man.
You're the man. What team are you on with Moneyball? You know the color team?
Ooh, I know Aaron's with me. And Xavier Simpson?
Xavier Simpson
from Michigan?
Oh, it could be because Michigan's coming into play. So I'll know your color real soon. I'll send you a blue. It might be blue. Well, myself and my good friend Jack Ebley, we're going to be in the building. We're going to cover the game just like that. Yes, sir. We're going to have some live feeds, in-game interviews, and all that stuff. So we want to bring you back over to the table, and I appreciate everything you do.
I love it.
Okay, great.
All right, man.
All right, we'll see you guys. Take care.
Yep.
Bye.
Yep.